Well, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is the 10 smartest states in America.
Smartest? Interesting.
Smartest.
What does that gonna mean? Like, is it gonna mean like...
I'm guessing it's going to be off grades.
Okay.
Like
school grades.
That's what I'm guessing. But it's kind of like maybe that isn't right. Because you're not necessarily from that state and you don't necessarily plan on staying at that state. You don't potentially live there.
Yeah. So
you may move there for 2 years to go to a university.
Exactly. Technically not the smartest state.
But maybe it's not gone off that.
No, maybe it's... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it could mean otherwise.
I don't know. Smash that button if you enjoy, guys. Smash that subscribe button with seals, yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah, are you ready to get into it?
I am ready.
Subscribe. We'd really appreciate that.
Yes, please subscribe.
Why?
Because we're so close to 2 million.
Whoa, we're not close to 1 million.
I don't know. I'm just
200,000. Let's get there. That's the challenge. And if we could get there by the end of the year, that'd be quite mad. 38,000 in 6 months.
Yeah. 200,000 subscribers by December, or we're quitting YouTube.
I don't know about that.
That's what the other groups do to make people subscribe.
You get good luck all day.
Okay, first.
There you go. Good luck all day. Smash the subscribe button. Are you ready?
I bet there's going to be stories in the comments how they've not been lucky today.
I know. Yeah, but there might be some lucky ones. The odd person might get lucky. Just hit that subscribe button to make sure. Right, the 10 smartest states in America. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's see what we got.
ABC, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Where did all these smart girls come from? I don't think that I could choose just one. We all got our education. Hey, teachers, there's a lot we know.
What are you watching?
Are you smart or are you stupid?
Ooh, what do you reckon? Smart or stupid?
Me?
Yeah.
I'd say I'm smart.
I'm going to go with smart.
I think I'm smart.
For you, I think
I've got a degree.
I'd go some smart on what I know. Can be stupid at times.
I think everybody can be.
Everyone can be stupid
but I think I'm smart because I have the, like, academically, obviously, like, I've got a degree, like, I have to be smart at something.
Yeah, there you go.
And I feel like in day-to-day life, I'm not, I mean, like, I have stupid moments, but
I think everyone has stupid moments.
Generally think I'm okay.
Yeah, no, I'd go with that. Let us know in the comments, what do you reckon about yourself?
Really isn't an in-between. Either you got your shit figured out, or you're a complete numbskull. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Over time, we've had a lot of smarty pants that have been featured in popular culture. Back in the day, we had Brainy Smurf. Everybody hated that jerk. We also had Spock from Star Trek. He was
Never seen Star Trek.
The professor from Gilligan's Island was Mr. Smarty Pants.
Not seen it.
Did he ever get him off the island? Here in America, many of us think we know it all, but in actuality, we don't. When you compare us to the rest of the world, you've got a lot of Asian countries, no surprise, that have the highest IQs, and then we're way down here.
Where was England? Was England higher? Or were we just not on there?
When you compare us to the rest of the world, you've got a lot of Asian countries.
We're just super low. Maybe we are stupid.
No surprise, that have the highest IQs, and then we're way down here.
How stupid are we?
Way down here.
Barely
where are
smarter
we then?
than Belarus, a country where the men wear dresses.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
We're the 7th most literate country in the world. 6 countries have a 100% literacy rate, and most are in Europe. I wouldn't count North Korea. They're lying for sure. Today, we're going to talk about which U.S. states are the smartest.
Okay.
To determine that statistic, we measured a number of factors. Which states have the most college degree holders, each state's SAT scores, the states with the lowest dropout rates, and we even factored in each state's IQ scores.
Okay.
And yes, we're going to show
sense.
you which states have the lowest IQs too. So there's no hiding from your stupidity now, states like Mississippi. Haha, JK Mississippi. Kinda. So get your reading glasses and your pompous snobby pipes out as we take an intelligent look at America's smartest states.
Right, I'm ready.
We begin to pour through our research book on the smartest states in America as we come to chapter 10, which is all about the state of Colorado.
Ooh.
Here in Colorado.
We've got Colorado in 10. Last time we'll pause it before we actually get into it. It's been a weird intro. Smartest state. Guess. This is a guess, we genuinely don't know. I have one in mind. I got 2 in mind.
Maine.
Oh, right. Okay, I was going to say Maine, but my other one was maybe like New Hampshire.
I think Maine because of Harvard.
Is Harvard in Maine?
I hope so.
Well, you might have said it quiet enough, I might not have heard it. So maybe you might have got away with it, but I've kind of thrown you in if
I
not.
feel like it's not now though.
Yeah.
It might be Massachusetts.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's New Hampshire though. That'd be my guess.
Okay.
If you're going Maine, I'll go New Hampshire.
The stat which really stands out are the high number of college degree holders. In Colorado, 37.8% of residents have a college degree. Good for the
Is that
second
high?
highest number in the country. To
Oh,
put
yeah, it must
that into
be.
perspective, the state with the lowest college attendance rate is West Virginia, where
Okay.
only 19% of kids go on to college.
Okay.
I think their priorities are a little different in West Virginia, don't you? But all that hunting and
I bet.
fishing aside,
Don't
there
get it.
are 99 places of higher education to choose from in West Virginia. So no excuses, mister. So Colorado has a really high number of college graduates. What else makes Colorado people smart? Well, the Air Force Academy's in Colorado Springs, and the Air Force is the smartest military branch. And the
Okay.
fact that Colorado has the most microbreweries in the country proves that maybe beer doesn't kill as many brain cells as they say.
I think it does.
What makes Colorado
I enjoy
kinda
it.
dumb? Pot mostly. Seems like the teens and even the young kids are struggling to grow up in an environment where drugs are legal. We'll have to see how those pot laws impact SAT scores on the kids growing up in Colorado today. Great chapter, a real page turner. Okay, so now it's time to bury our noses in our next chapter of our tour of America's smartest states. This time, we're going to Nebraska.
Fair play.
Old MacDonald took his test and he got an A. Who would have thought Nebraskans would be some of the smartest people in America?
I think we've reacted to this guy before, and I think it was a bit wacky, but I don't think it was this wacky. What is going on?
I'm trying to. The thing is, I'm getting distracted by the pictures
It's just
because they
random
have nothing
scenes,
to do with what he's saying.
and
But
then
it's
he's just...
like, which is why, like, usually, like when we do these videos, you can kind of listen and watch at the same time because what you're watching kind of relates to what you're saying.
It ties
But
in.
this is like making me really like my two sides of my brain are like going.
It's very confusing. Hey, by the way, there's no judgment. If he's happy and he's enjoying his life doing this, then happy days. And it's not a bad video. It's just, wow, I weren't expecting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People in Nebraska, that too. After all, they have the 7th lowest high school dropout rate in the country at only 3%. To put that into perspective, the state with the most high school dropouts is New Mexico,
That's
where
still
almost
not that high.
8% of kids these days don't finish high school. For all those dummies out
Maybe
there,
it is high.
that's more
Maybe,
than
I don't
twice as high as Nebraska. While in Colorado, it's the slightly older generation that makes it stand out in terms of intelligence. In Nebraska, it's the kids with the biggest brains.
Okay.
As the smart meter definitely skews younger here. And who said farmers weren't smart? There's a lot of math and chemistry involved in making sure America and America's animals get enough food each year.
I tell you what,
And there's
people may sometimes be like, oh, farmers are nice. It's very... You've got to know your stuff about farming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to know it. It's complicated.
It's a hard job.
It can be a hard job. And I tell you what, I'm pretty sure farmers absolutely rake it in as well. So who's laughing?
Yeah, they are.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
maybe they don't, but I think they do.
there's women farmers too.
Did you know women are smarter than men?
Oh hell no, Mappy. Get out of here with that mess.
What do you
It's
reckon?
true. I heard it on the internet.
What do you reckon?
I don't
Well,
know.
Mappy is sorta right.
Don't know.
I see you're wearing those dumb glasses
I
again,
think
by the way.
that's quite a broad.
Apparently, IQ
Statement.
scores for men and women are really close, but women have a higher EQ, which stands
EQ?
for emotional intelligence. I
Yeah.
guess because they cry
That
in
makes
movies
sense.
and stuff. That makes them smarter. Well, we're gonna
You
leave
do
the
cry in
confines
movies.
of Nebraska and go right
Yeah,
next door
quite a lot of things.
as we talk
Okay,
about the whiz
Kansas.
kids over in Kansas.
We've been sent
Would
over
you have
country
guessed
so
that
far.
Kansas
Yeah.
has the 10th highest IQ in the country? It's true. 102.8 isn't just a popular rock station in Kansas. It's a sign that the kids are sort of brainy. For comparison, the nation's lowest IQ is in Mississippi, where kids have a 94.2 average IQ. A real big difference.
Okay.
Kansas has a lot to brag about when it comes to brain capacity. It's
Okay.
one of 3 Midwest states to make this list, meaning Middle America may need more credit than it gets, people. This girl's from Kansas, and she won the National Spelling Bee a few years back.
Fair play.
So she's pretty smart.
Tell you what,
God,
I'd be useless
You
at
would-
spelling bee.
I'd be
I would be
useless.
screwed. Anything.
It's under pressure as well. Like, I feel that's even worse.
Yeah, because I mean, I genuinely do sometimes look at words. I'm like, that looks like it's spelled so wrong. When it's not. It's just some
I
days
feel
it
like
just
I'm
looks
quite
wrong.
good at spelling,
Yeah, see, I'm not that good. at
but I'm
spelling.
not good at being under pressure.
But you got spell check nowadays, so who needs to
I
spell?
don't know, sometimes autocorrect still does me wrong.
Very true, very true, very true.
God, how does she even remember how to spell her own name? In fact, 2 of the last 10 spelling bee champs are from Kansas. Here's what's not smart about Kansas people. Kansas just saw the largest increase in obesity of all Americans. That's pretty dumb. Well, we're going to have to revisit the whole Kansas thing later on down the road.
He's
for
just
now,
randomly brutal.
We're going to visit our
Okay.
next smartest state in America, Virginia.
Okay.
Hey, we're on the East Coast for the first time, people. Now, here in Virginia, we're starting to get to the really smart people, not just the sort of smart people. At least
That's
when you look at the
lovely
data.
It's beautiful,
Virginia
isn't
ranks
it?
in the top 10 in every category we measured except IQ, which is just about average.
Okay.
Virginia's 1099 average SAT scores are the 8th highest in America.
Okay.
Who has the lowest SAT scores in the US? Nevada, which averages about a 962 score per kid.
Okay.
Come on, Nevada, you guys can.
This guy is so brutal, isn't it? He does not care, by the way. Which I don't know whether I like that.
I'm not sure at this point.
He seems like a bit edgy for a moment of being edgy. End of the day, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
watching the
not
video.
entirely sure yet.
But I don't know. It seems a bit. But SAT, we don't have SATs, do we? I don't know.
Sats?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
No, we've got. No, we don't.
No, my year 6 is at school doing sats right now.
What? And they'll get like a 1030. So you know what 1033 means?
Well, they get a average score, yeah, and then that goes on
Like
to
the
secondary
same
school.
scoring system as America.
I don't know if it's the same as
I
in-
thought it was different. Yeah, I thought it was like called
Still
cats.
called-
What are cats?
they do sats.
Oh, it's SATs. Oh, maybe it's the same then.
It was cats when we were at school, but it's called sats now.
Oh, there you go. That's why we've got a teacher
Well,
here.
They do sats.
That's why we've got a teacher, the smart one.
I don't know if it's calculated the same.
I don't know.
It's definitely they calculated a score.
Well, I was going to say I had no clue like the score meant, but there we go. You do, maybe.
I don't know what score means.
You can
but-
apply yourselves a lot more than that.
Oh, hell no. Virginia has the 3rd most speeding tickets of all states. That means they're not very smart.
Oh, hey, Super Gay Cop. Thanks for that. What was that?
What?
As Super Gay Cop pointed out, Virginians sure do drive their cars fast, especially in Northern Virginia, the wealthier part of Virginia, where families pressure their kids to excel in life. Oh, hey, there's a place called Smart Virginia. I bet they're
that's
super
smart.
smart to live there. Let's call somebody there and see how smart they really are. There's a bunch of schools nearby.
School district, this is Pam. How can I help you?
Hey, Pam. I'd imagine the kids in your school district all get straight A's, right?
Well, not all of them, but we certainly hope that all of our students try their best.
So
think
are
she's
there
actually
kids
from
that
the
get
school.
F's
I
then?
have no idea.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Sounds like the smart school district is possibly covering up the fact that some of their kids are failing. Let's look at some famous smart people from Virginia.
I'm so confused.
George Washington's from Virginia, and he must have been smart since he was our president. In fact, Virginia has birthed more U.S. presidents than any other state.
Okay.
Our current president's from New York, and he's probably our smartest president ever. Okay, time to turn the chapter on Virginia as we come to chapter 6 in our book of the smartest states. This time we're in New Jersey.
Okay.
Here in the
Oh,
Garden
we're in the
State,
old
the
Jersey.
stats
Maybe
are
we're
high.
smart as well.
The most
Maybe.
densely
Maybe.
populated place in the nation has some dense minds. New Jersey also ranked 7th in America for number of residents who got their masters or PhDs.
Okay.
Of course, not everybody in New Jersey is walking around citing Shakespeare. There's no place called Smart, New Jersey, but there's a Buttsville, New Jersey.
I like names like
Yeah,
that.
That sounds
that
very
works.
sweet.
I like
Let's
it.
call them. Actually, hey, Mappy, do you want to call this one? All right, let me dial it for you, Mappy. Your hands are too small for that. And you need a cooler phone. Your phone sucks, Mappy.
Poor Mappy, that
Oh
boy.
no, he's
Hey,
getting
is
roasted.
this Buttsville, New Jersey?
Yeah, I live in Buttsville.
When coding in JavaScript, what's the operator used to assign a value to a variable?
Huh?
Make it not as hard,
I would
Mappy.
know now.
What the hell are you talking about, you freak?
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
man, this is Nick, Mappy's friend. Don't you talk to him like that or I'll kick your butt.
What in the hell are you two talking about?
I'm so confused.
Forget it, Mappy.
I
People
just
in
wanna know the
Buttsville are not
facts.
only dumb, they're mean.
I just want to know the explain. What's the top 10 smartest states?
Time to turn another chapter on our quest to quickly visit America's smartest
quite
states.
It's
Chapter 5 brings us to Vermont.
Okay.
where
Not
we're
had ours
getting
yet.
Not had
super
Maine
smart
yet.
Now.
Or Hampshire.
Only
In
Hampshire.
Vermont,
I think
every
it's Maine.
category is in the top 12, including the 5th highest college graduation rates, the 4th highest IQs, and the nation's lowest dropout rates.
Okay.
Now, sure, we're aware that just because people all finished high school and more than a third went on to finish college, people aren't necessarily smart. I mean, there's book smart and street smart.
It's
Yeah, and
And I'd be
different
willing to
smart.
bet that if you threw a sheltered Vermont kid into the Baltimore ghetto, they'd probably call home for help.
Okay.
Now back to Vermont. You know, there's been a history of smart inventors from Vermont.
Okay.
John Deere is a Vermont native who invented the plow.
Yes,
Jake
Yeah.
John
Burton
Deere.
invented the snowboard. Hey, that's cool. And ice cream was invented by Ben and Jerry in Burlington,
Very
Vermont.
clever.
Everybody loves ice cream. Chapter
Wait,
4
was
is
it
right
genuinely created? Ice cream was created by Ben and Jerry.
Ben and Jerry, yeah.
They created
No,
the
they
whole
created
of ice cream,
like their brand, obviously.
just theirs.
I'm guessing.
Because someone has to have created ice cream, but
Yeah.
surely Ben and
But I
Jerry's
think
would
Ben
be.
and Jerry's did, because that's only been like.
I think that'd be even bigger, wouldn't it? If that was the first of ice cream that was still
Yeah,
going,
no.
everyone would be like Ben and Jerry.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
No,
I don't.
so you're wrong.
I wanted to say Maine.
Well, that's-
You took
that's
Maine
wrong.
off me.
That's unlucky.
I hope Maine isn't my number one now because you took it off
That's
me.
really me. You would
I'm
want me to
sorry.
succeed.
Sorry.
For chapter
That's really
5,
selfish.
and right next door to Vermont is New Hampshire. New Hampshirers are just about as smart as the people in Vermont. New
Okay.
Hampshire people have slightly higher IQs and have a little tiny bit higher SAT scores. New Hampshire is also one of the nation's richest states, one of America's whitest states, and one of the gayest states. And now it's one of the smartest. Draw your own conclusions, people. Hey guys, I'm your sub at Nick Johnson 541 on Twitter and Nick Johnson on YouTube.
Subscribe
Today,
here.
To us.
You're gonna
We
do your
appreciate
work
it.
while I
Yeah,
make
to here,
videos.
to Beasley's.
Now we're gonna remain in the Northeast
Connecticut,
once again
okay.
for the next chapter in our journey, Connecticut, the home of overpriced prep schools. The Nutmeg State ranks in the top 10 in every category we measured, and if it
Okay.
wasn't for a slightly lower IQ score, they might have been at the front of this book.
Okay.
Mark Twain is considered a literary genius. and
That's
he's
Mark
from here.
Twain.
Bruce Jenner, or whatever
What?
it's called now, was
Mark Twain. Remember we had him on the other thing? We had a question about Mark Twain on another
Did
video
we?
recently.
We had a question about
No,
Mark
not a
Twain.
question, but he was mentioned in it. Was it America's
Oh,
famous?
it was his house, wasn't it? And I think
Yeah.
that's when we said we might not want to go and
See,
see
I
it.
clicked.
There you go. Well done. It looked a bit like Einstein to me.
Smart.
It looked a little bit Einstein-y.
It did.
It did. I
I didn't know
wouldn't
if he was old or not. I didn't know.
I don't.
born in Newton. But what the hell? Are the smart people scaring off the stupid people? Because it looks like people are leaving Connecticut in droves. Now, this channel also called Connecticut one of the snobbiest
Well, 'cause
states
they're
too. I'm so fancy, you already know. You know, Yale and Wesleyan are both snobby schools, and they're in Connecticut.
I'm so
Are smart people
confused.
snobs, or are snobby people smart? We're almost to the front of the book.
Oh,
as we're at
Maine's
our
not on there.
second smartest state in America.
There's one.
Minnesota. What?
Shout out
The
to
land
Minnesota.
of
Fair
gophers
play.
That's
and
beautiful.
snow is a bunch of smarty pants? It's true. Minnesotans
They have
command the
Swarovski as
nation's
well.
5th highest IQs
Oh, yeah.
and the 8th.
Do you know why Minnesota is one of the smartest states? Because it's too cold to go outside. So everyone just reads books.
Yeah. I'm really happy
I
that
made
they
that
have.
up, by
I'm
the
really
way.
happy that they have Swarovski.
Why? Because we've got in Jersey.
We have the exact same logo too.
Yeah, I'm sure that one's probably bigger than the Jersey one, though.
Probably. It doesn't look it. It
Well,
looks like a
maybe,
small little shop.
maybe not. Maybe not.
Lowest dropout rates of all Americans. I mean, look, people in Minnesota are pretty much aware that they're way smarter than their neighbors. You gonna take that, Wisconsin? Minnesota high schoolers
Wisconsin.
have a 1,298 average SAT score. That's tops in the nation. What's in the food up there? Is it all the fish and walrus blubber they're eating?
That's
all
not
day
smart.
long? They say good fat does wonders for our memory. What do Minnesota people eat? Lufsey, lutefisk, and booyah.
Oh,
What the
no,
hell
not
is
for me.
Booyah.
Spam.
A thick stew that
Cheese
takes
curd.
2 days and
You eat
multiple
spam,
cooks
that's
to
same as
make.
bacon
What the
bread.
hell? Oh my god, you have to make it in a trash can in your front yard? Alright, so we finally turn to the front or back of the book and to chapter 1.
Oh,
The
I
smartest
did
state
say
in
all
the
my.
US.
I said Harvard
Oh.
was in Massachusetts
Oh.
or Maine.
That, I don't want to hear
Did I
it.
not though?
The amount of stuff I got for saying New
Yeah,
Hampshire for.
But did I not say? I think it's because Harvard's in Maine. They went, or it might be in Massachusetts. Did I not say that?
I didn't hear that.
I just didn't know which state
No.
Harvard was in. But
Did
I don't
you
think
guys hear that?
But imagine if it's not
Probably
even in
wouldn't.
Massachusetts.
By the way, I didn't ever want to say
Yeah,
Maine.
but didn't I say Massachusetts? I did, didn't I, everyone?
I
said
just want to get on
Massachusetts.
record. I never thought Maine.
I said Maine, Massachusetts. I said I thought it was in either one of those. So I'm
You
taking
didn't.
it. I'm
You
having
said
this.
Harvard might be in Massachusetts. That's what
Yeah,
you said.
I said Maine because of Harvard. Then I thought, no, it might be in Massachusetts actually.
I never even once said Maine. Never once.
In Massachusetts, 40% of the residents have a college degree. SAT scores are the second highest in America, and IQ scores are the tops. It's
Fair
pretty much
play.
a blowout. Yeah, don't get into an argument with a Massachusettser about anything. They'll win. Especially sports. You just don't want to go there. Article after article talks about how the public schools are a model system, how 8 of Massachusetts' cities are some of the smartest in America, and how rich and successful many Massachusetts people are. Hey, don't be jelly and hate them because you ain't them. Maybe just study a little more and beat them at their own game, America. There you go, the smartest states in America, with Massachusetts and much of the Northeast leading the way.
Well, there we go. The one we actually both said isn't on there. I did say Maine quite a lot. But New Hampshire, I got there. You said Massachusetts in the end somehow. Is Harvard even in Massachusetts? Though?
Don't know. I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
You didn't mention it, did it? The video was a little bit weird. There was some edgy things in there which obviously we don't agree with. There were some weird things in there which we kind of just ignored.
The title of the video is 10 smartest states, and I feel like we learned about the 10
We learned the 10
smartest states.
smartest
That's the
states.
most important thing.
That is the important thing. Hopefully you guys have learned as well. Let us know your opinions in the comments below, because although these are the stats, like I say, for street smart, there's different smart.
There's different smart.
So let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Watch your video,
Have a fantastic day.
and we will see you legends in the next one. Peace.